Hi, I'm Stan Lewandowski. I have an appointment with Mr. Lapel.
His office is right down on the right. You can go right in.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Lewandowski, I must say you seem exceptionally qualified for the job. I don't suppose anyone has told you anything about the man who held the position prior to your arrival.
No, nothing at all was mentioned.
Good employment record, impeccable references. But during the winter, he suffered some kind of mental collapse. Killed several co-workers with an axe and then stacked the remains neatly in one office. Then he took his own life. Probably overwork and exhaustion, I imagine. Now I hope I won't be seeing such behavior from you.
No, sir, Mr. Lapel. You can count on me.
Stan, I have
We're now
questions.
going to make a new rule. Anytime I'm in here and you hear me typing, or if you don't hear me, whatever I'm doing, it means I am working, and it means do not come in. Think you can handle that?
Yeah.
Fine. Then why don't you start and get the hell out of here?
Hey, Bud, I think something's wrong with Stan.
What do you mean?
Well, he's been very dismissive and condescending to all of us.
So what makes you think something's odd about that?
No, Bud, I'm serious. Something's happening to him. Something malevolent. You remember the story of the last guy who held the position he has now? Herschel told me the guy was acting just the way Stan is now, just prior...
Oh, don't be silly. That story's just a lot of bull. Stan's just wound a little tighter than most folks. Yeah, he's got his idiosyncrasies, but call him insane? Don't you think that's going just a little too far?
Well, if it walks like a duck.
It's going to take a lot more than Herschel's ratings and your junkiness to convince me Stan's losing it.
Bud, will you come in here for a moment?
What's up, Stan?
I've just completed the next to the last part of the expert system. This is the culmination of my life's work. Please begin implementing this right away. I'll give you the final segment when you've finished. I expect this to be done by Friday.
Okay. Nick, is all this sneaking around really necessary?
Hey, I just want to make sure Stan, can't overhear us.
Don't you think we're being just a little too cautious?
I think it's necessary. Stan's got ways of finding things out.
Well, I'm sure we're safe here.
You know, Stan's getting worse. We've got to do something.
I know, but we've got nothing to back us up. He's unorthodox, but he gets results. Who can we get on our side if we go against him?
I don't know, but we can't go on like this.
Let's just sit tight and keep watching. Maybe this thing will pass and he'll come around. We just can't act rashly here.
I hope you're right, Bud.
Bud.
Stan? That you?
I'm sorry to have to pull you away from the expert system, but this is very important. I'm worried that people won't understand what I've tried to accomplish here. I've seen the horror. The horrors you've seen. But you have no right to judge me. It's impossible for words to describe what's necessary for those who don't know what horror is. Horror. Horror has a face. You must make a friend of horror. And horror and moral terror are your friends. If they are not, then they are enemies to be feared. They are truly enemies.
Stan, I think you've gone totally insane.
My method's unsound.
I don't see a method at all in this.
Are you my assassin?
I'm just a programmer.
You're neither. You're an errand boy sent by grocery clerks to collect a bill. Well, I've got one more thing for you, programmer. This is the final segment of the expert system. Do with it as you see fit. Now leave me.
Here we go again. What is going on in that head of his? Nick, you're right. Stan's really lost it. Harry wants us to terminate his command.
Just to make sure we understand each other, you're not talking about firing Stan from the company, are you?
Nope. Harry wants a less litigious option. Short straw does the deed.
When?
If I close the business today, Stan wants this expert system up and running by 5 o'clock, and I'd rather not have to deal with him come 5. I really wish it didn't have to come down like this, but I guess it had to be done. Good job, Nick.
Thanks. I guess things will be getting back to normal around here with Cappy taking over Stan's position. Hey, Bud, I think something's wrong with Stan.
What do you mean?
Oh, that went over big.
Really
Push the button again. Yeah, well, I gotta say, it's gonna take a lot more than Herschel's jumpiness and your rant. I got it backwards.
No, Bud, I'm serious. Something's happening to him. Something malevolent.
Don't be silly. That's just a lot of bull. Yeah, sorry. Nick, you're right. I think Stan
When?
5 o'clock today. You tell me.
Come in, bud.
Dan? Stan.
It's impossible for words to describe what is necessary for people who don't know what horror is. Horror. Horror has a face. You must make a friend of horror. Horror and mortal terror are your friends. God damn it! I've seen the horror. The horrors you've seen.
I really wish it didn't have to come down like this, but I guess it had to be done. Good job, Nick.
Thanks. I guess things will be getting back together around here. Normal.
Nick, is this really necessary?
Hey, I just want to make sure Stan.
Well, let's cut. Nick, is this really necessary?
Hey, I just want to make sure Stan can't overhear us.
Don't you think you're being just a little too cautious? Nick, is this really necessary?
Hey, I just want to make sure Stan can't overhear us.
Don't you think you're being just a little too cautious? Nick, is all this sneaking around really necessary?
Hey, I just want to make sure Stan can't hear us.
Don't you think you're being just a little too cautious? Nick, is all this sneaking around really necessary?
Hey, I just want to make sure Stan can't overhear us.
Don't you think